NASCAR is in Austin, Texas at a Formula One track as we see the green flag fly at the Circuit of the Americas. We're racing road course style for the first time in 2023. Suarez pretty strong on the road courses. The Mexican-born driver does have his only NASCAR Cup Series victory coming at a road course in Sonoma. Well, this certainly changes everything. You can see that is the 891, I should say. The 54 also stopped on the racetrack. What is happening here in the ARN Thunder Series? A number of cars, including Chase Elliott and the 48 car, all stopped on the racetrack. Same with the 20, as the AI has gone crazy here in the ARN Thunder Series. White flag, 1 to go in the ARN Thunder Series, presented by the American Racing Network. Daniel Suarez has led every lap so far here at Circuit of the Americas, race number 3 of the ARN Thunder Series. But with a massive lead, Daniel Suarez will go wire to wire out here at Circuit of the Americas. Fuel's gonna apparently hold out for this number 99 Chevy. Trackhouse Racing got their very first victory with Ross Chastain in controversial fashion 1 year ago at this very track. Now they come back with Daniel Suarez in the number 99 Chevy for Trackhouse Racing, Justin Marks and Pitbull. Suarez is going to go wire to wire at Circuit of the Americas and win for Trackhouse Racing here at Circuit of the Americas. Viva Mexico! Daniel Suarez is in victory lane once again in the ARN Thunder Series. Suarez getting the victory over Kyle Larson in second, Joey Logano third, Austin Dillon fourth, Brad Keselowski going to be coming home fifth with William Byron sixth, Kyle Busch seventh, Bubba Wallace eighth, Ross Chastain, his teammate, coming home ninth, with Riley Herbst in the number 15 for Rick Ware Racing, scoring a top 10.
Somewhere far away awaits your destiny, but you've been led astray, so pay the brand new way. Yeah, guess who's back? Everybody get down. Guess who's back? Yeah, stand up, stand up. Takes my breath away, it pulls me right back. I can't sit back any longer and wait. Guess who is back? Don't stare in the eyes of death. Guess who is back? With fire in every breath. Guess who is back? This light hiding in my chest. Guess who is back? We'll share this life for us. Guess who is back?
Live from virtual Homestead Miami Speedway, it's the ARN Thunder Series, live here on kick.com/Hey Alan Bailey. Well, don't look now, but Shane Van Gisberger in the number 91 Trackhouse Chevy is starting on the pole. You can see last week's winner, Daniel Suarez, going to be starting second, Alex Bowman going to be third, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. fourth, Ross Chastain fifth, Tyler Rennick going to be starting sixth, Austin Dillon seventh, 8th goes to Kevin Harvick, 9th to Eric Jones, and Kyle Larson qualified just inside the top 10. You can see the rest of the field scrolling across the top right there. Now, Kyle Larson, as we go ahead and check the point standings coming into this race, is our points leader, believe it or not, even though he does not have a win. You can see Kyle Busch, Tyler Rennick, and Daniel Suarez all with victories, with Busch winning the 500. Tyler Rennick winning out at Rockingham in race number 2 and race number 3 at Circuit of the Americas last week, going to Daniel Suarez and Trackhouse Racing. Shane Van Gisberger looking to make it back-to-back for Trackhouse here in the 2023 ARN Thunder Series. But you can see the drivers that are in right now. Obviously, Larson, Busch, Rennick, Suarez, all in, but Brad Keselowski, with a couple of very impressive top 5 runs early on in this season, is securely 5th in the point standings, but only 2 points to the good right now. Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, all a single point above that cut line, and we have a 2-way tie for that cut line with Christopher Bell and Joey Logano each with 10 points, and they are the 2 final drivers into the postseason at the moment. As we take a look at the schedule, things have changed just a little bit. We have switched to streaming live here on Wednesdays on kick.com/Hey Alan Bailey, as opposed to streaming on Fridays. But highlights will still go up on youtube.com/Hey Alan Bailey on the weekends a few days later. But after this, we head to Nashville Fairgrounds, then out to Charlotte, the Chicago Street Course, Darlington, Irwindale, and Atlanta in the coming weeks before we head out to the playoffs in Vegas, Watkins Glen, Bristol, Talladega, and we end our season at the Auto Club Speedway in November. Every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern right here on kick.com/Hey Alan Bailey. Beautiful sunset here in Miami, Florida. The green flag is out for race number 4 of the ARN Thunder Series. Problem for Shane Van Gisberger on the outside. Suarez is going to go ahead and take the early lead, and he's going to bring Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with him on that inside. Single file so far along that bottom. Not quite sure what happened to Van Gisberger, who started second. Looks like he's going to duck in line under his own power. It looks like he'll settle into about 8th, but Suarez picking up where he left off at COTA, Circuit of the Americas last week, taking that Trackhouse Chevy to the front. He will lead lap number 1 out here in Homestead, Miami for race number 4. Chastain running just inside the top 10. All 3 Trackhouse Chevys are in the top 10 at the moment, with the number 99 Daniel Suarez leading, Shane Van Gisberger 7th on the racetrack in the 91 Chevy, and Ross Chastain 10th right now on the racetrack. As we look through the field battle here for the 11th position, Eric Jones going to be moving on the bottom, ironically passing his former car. You can see Daniel Suarez ducking down pit road here on lap number 58, giving up the lead. He will fall outside the top 10 and lose a lap to our leader, handing the lead over to his Trackhouse teammate, the number 91 of Shane Van Gisberger. Larson's going to go ahead and duck down pit road, giving up the lead on lap number 66, just a couple laps away from halfway. That should hand the lead over to Kevin Harvick. As the number 48 gets a little too close to him, Harvick will duck down pit road on lap 67. Green flag pit stops underway here at the halfway point. Noah Gragson in the 42 going to go ahead and join Harvick on pit road here. Lap 72, Daniel Suarez leading over his Trackhouse teammate Shane Van Gisberger by a second and a half. Larson 5.8 seconds back in 3rd. Harvick is 4th with Alex Bowman running 5th. Noah Gragson up to 6th with his legacy teammate Eric Jones running 7th. Kyle Busch running 8th on the racetrack with Tyler Reddick 9th and Christopher Bell rounding out the top 10. 11th, impressive run by Todd Gilliland. Denny Hamlin up to the 12th position at the moment. Ross Chastain 13th on the racetrack with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. falling to 14th. Ty Gibbs running 15th at the moment. Keeping an eye on Noah Gragson, who gets into the 48 car just a little bit, gets a nose on him. They're side by side off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, still side by side as they're bumping fenders a little bit. The 48 will get the run on the high side and pull away in turn 3, but Noah Gragson right in the tire tracks, about a car length back, gaining ground right now off of turn 4. They're bumper-to-bumper single file down the front straightaway. The 42 car looking to get a run here into 1 and 2. Will he get it? A little bit of a run. He'll pull out just a little bit, but yes, he will get a nose on the 48 car, and he'll kind of drift up into the 48's lane as they are playing mind games here on lap number 93. Fantastic racing for the 4th position here. Lap 100 complete, 34 laps to go. 3.9 seconds at the moment as Suarez loses a little bit of ground to his teammate Shane Van Gisberger in the 2nd position. But will the Trackhouse Chevys on a 2-stop strat try to stretch the fuel here and try to make it to the end of this race with about 30 laps to go, or will everybody duck down pit road? Will everybody from second on back try to make this race without stopping a second time, Or are the Trackhouse Chevys on a brilliant strategy here? We're going to have to wait and see. The 99 ducks to the bottom. He will go ahead and get alongside the lap car. Use that lapper as a pick. Shane Van Gisberger nowhere to go. He gets trapped behind the 77 and bumps the 77. Here comes Larson for the second position as Larson, Van Gisberger 3 wide off of turn 4 with the lapper. Van Gisberger thinks better of it. Larson up to second. All of this happening 0.3 of a second behind our leader, Daniel Suarez. Less than 20 laps to go here at Homestead, Miami. Suarez leading over Larson by about half a second. Van Gisberger back to third. Harvick 6 seconds back in fourth with Noah Gragson fifth. Alex Bowman sixth. Kyle Busch 7th. Eric Jones 8th. Tyler Reddick 9th. And Danny Hamlin up to the 10th position. Oh, Suarez is slowing. He will pit here on lap number 116 and give up the lead to his Trackhouse teammate of Van Gisberger. Shane Van Gisberger leading here in the closing laps at Homestead, Miami. Jumping over to the NASCAR Cup Series full time for the ARN Thunder Series in 2023 after a dominant performance at the Chicago Street Course in the NASCAR Cup Series just a few races ago. The lead now 0.7 of a second and growing, with Larson second, Harvick over 5 seconds back, about 5 seconds back in third. Noah Gragson is fourth, Alex Bowman fifth. With 12 laps to go, the leader, Shane Van Gisberger, going to go ahead and duck down pit road for his final pit stop of the night, handing the lead over to Kyle Larson. Van Gisberger pits with 11 laps to go at Homestead, Miami. Larson leading over Kevin Harvick by about 4 seconds. Coming to 10 to go here at Homestead, Miami. The big question is, can Kyle Larson last 2 more laps? A lap and a half out here at Homestead, Miami. Larson pulls to the bottom, trying to get around these lap cars. Again, he's got a 5-second lead at the moment. Is he slowing? Larson coming down pit road. As we come to the white flag, Larson's going to give up a victory in Homestead, Miami. The white flag is out. Kevin Harvick inherits the lead in the closing laps at Homestead, Miami. As Larson ducks down pit road, will Harvick have enough fuel to get back to the line? Kevin Harvick, in his final year in the NASCAR Cup Series, will go back to victory lane at Homestead Miami Speedway. Kevin Harvick wins Miami. Our top 3 racers on the racetrack, all pitting within the last 15 laps of this race, handing the victory over to Kevin Harvick, who was running inside the top 5 all race long. Harvick, the closer, getting what could be his final victory in the ARN Thunder Series in the number 4 Busch Ford for Stewart-Haas Racing. Unbelievable. Get you a look at the finishing order. Kevin Harvick gets the victory over Noah Gragson, coming home second. Best career finish for Gragson in his legacy Toyota. Alex Bowman, third. Kyle Busch, fourth. Eric Jones finishing fifth, with Tyler Reddick sixth. Denny Hamlin finishing seventh. Ross Chastain eighth. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finishing ninth, and Christopher Bell getting the final points-paying position in 10th. You can see the rest of the finishing order scrolling across the top of your screen right there. Unbelievable. It looked like it was going to be a Trackhouse Chevy day all day long out here at Homestead, Miami, but just in the closing laps, we saw issue after issue with fuel for those guys. Clearly, the 2-stop strat did not work out for Trackhouse. Clearly, the 1-stop worked out for Harvick. It almost worked out for Hendrick Motorsports with Kyle Larson, who ducks down pit road coming to the white flag. This one's going to be the one that got away for Larson for sure. Shane Van Gisberger, an impressive run. Honestly, he comes home 24th. Not indicative of his race. He was running in the top 5 all race long, was the fastest car on the racetrack, led some laps tonight. He clearly belongs in NASCAR. He clearly belongs in the NASCAR Cup Series, but he he's a driver who honestly just needs to let his time come. He is going to be in victory lane at some point here in the ARN Thunder Series. Once again, want to remind you of our upcoming schedule. We are shifting to Wednesday live broadcasts at 2 p.m. Eastern on kick.com/Hey Alan Bailey. Our next race coming at the Nashville Fairgrounds next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Then the Charlotte Coke 600, the World 600 coming at you, followed by an amazing race for sure that we will see at the Chicago Street Course. Cannot wait to bring you that one. Mash that follow button here on kick.com/Hey Alan Bailey and give us a subscribe over on youtube.com/Hey Alan Bailey. You can also get us on the socials at Hey Alan Bailey as well. Kevin Harvick gets the victory in Homestead, Miami, an impressive victory. Noah Gragson coming home second, another impressive run for everyone at the ARN Thunder Series. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alan Bailey. Have a good morning.